Hey, I'm Noah, and today I'm going to be talking about accepting help. By the way, you better savor this wall right now. It's going to be a different color next time you see it. It's going to be a slightly different shade of gray. I know, big change, but don't get too attached. I know you love the very blank, almost white color of the wall, but it's gonna be different, and that's okay. But anyway, if there's one thing you should take away from this video besides the color of my wall, it's that you shouldn't be ashamed of help. If you are helping someone and they told you that they feel a little embarrassed that they're accepting help, would you say, oh yeah, you should be embarrassed, you shouldn't need help? Or would you actually be rational and understanding? You can apply that same thing to yourself when you're receiving help. If you're starting to feel a little embarrassed or ashamed of accepting help, you just need to think to yourself, well, I wouldn't give anyone else crap for this. Why am I giving myself crap for this? Not everything you do needs to be entirely unique or entirely independent. That's just ridiculous. And frankly, when we're talking about being unique, there are an endless number of ways to be bad and a finite number of ways to be good. So if you're striving to always be unique, you're bound to throw away something that's actually good. But anyway, back to the topic of accepting help. If you refuse to accept help, you're basically just saying you are above everyone else, and that there's no way anyone could know any information that's useful to you. Because if it's useful to you and you're not accepting it, that's irrational, right? You don't want to create arrogance in your attempts to be independent. You have to realize what your relation to the rest of humanity is. People just naturally like to help each other out. I know if you're watching this, you probably like to help some people. You're okay with being helped to some extent because I'm basically giving advice. That's just natural. It's good. We should want to help each other. That's good. But you don't want to accidentally think that it's bad or that you're above it, that you don't need anyone's help. That's arrogance. That's not independence. Independence is having a plan for what you would do without other people's help. It's not just shunning away all of the help that people try to give you. And some of the best things can be learned from role models. It's a lot easier to pick up something if, a trait or a habit, if you see someone else doing it and see how they do it. It makes it so much easier. So just rejecting all of that, that's pointless. And it's also good to think about being a role model. And a good role model wouldn't shun away all help, because that kind of messes with the idea of being a role model in the first place. Just don't be so quick to reject help. It's okay, it's natural, and it's good. Other people know more things about some things than you do, and that's okay. Unless you want to go through trial and error over and over again yourself, you're not going to learn some things unless some people tell you, because they've probably already done all of the trial and error and they can help you skip that. But some things, of course, have to be learned through experience. But for most practical things, someone can tell you, if you're cooking, someone might know what spices go together well with what you're making and you don't. You could just make the same dish over and over again, trial and error, trying to find the right combination, or you can just ask, what goes well with this? And maybe still experiment a little bit to improve on their methods, but you get that nice baseline from just being helped. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, the bell. I always forget the bell. Ring the bell for notifications, and say goodbye to this wall. I mean, the wall will still be there, I suppose, the color of the wall. Say goodbye to all these crappy patches. It's okay. I won't miss them. See ya.